G'day, PJ here. One question I get asked a lot about whether I'm tying on a soft plastic or a smaller hard-bodied lure is what knot do I use, or should I use a snap swivel? When it comes to the lighter soft plastics and the lighter hard-bodied lures, I don't like using snap swivels. Snap swivels are great for the convenience of enabling a quick lure change and many lure changes during the course of the day. But I prefer to tie a loop knot because it gives it a bit more sensitivity to the lure. The snap swivels can put a weight imbalance in front of the lure and take away from the action. So I tie a loop knot, and it's not just any loop knot, it's Harro's loop knot, named after Rod Harrison. It's a knot Rod's used many times, and he uses it on his big saltwater flies, like his big clousers and that. The main point of tying the loop knot is to make sure that the loop gives the lure plenty of free movement from the eye. If you're fishing soft plastics in deep water, you want the lure to really work, and on the drop you want it to work. And what I found that by tying direct to the jig head and you get drag on the line, it tends to just plummet down and you just get an action on it. But if you tie a loop, it just gives us that little bit of area for it not just vibrate the tail, but to give the head a bit of bucking movement. So it just makes it look more so like a dying bait fish. So to start the knot off, you just tie a simple overhand, or what we call a granny knot. You make a loop and you pass the line through it once and pull it down to a workable diameter. They're about 8 to 10 mil, okay? Then get your jig head or your hard body and then pass the line through the eye of your jig head and bring it up to, I like to use it round about somewhere ½ inch or 12 mil for the metrically inclined people in front of the jig head, and then like a clinch knot, I'll wrap the line around it and I'll wrap it around 5 times. 3, 4 and 5. And then what I'll do is I'll come in underneath that loop, what was made when we passed the line through the lie, and then in through the loop, pull it down, and as you can see, you can govern the length of the knot by doing it both ends. And it's just a matter of, when you get it near, wet it and pull the knot down to tighten it up. Give it a good old cinch both ways, and we'll cut that tag end off. Clumsy me. We just trim the tag end off, leave yourself a couple of millimetres there. And you can see you have a nice loop for the lure to move freely around. The important bit, as I said, there's a hook point, there's the knot, the start of the loop. It cannot foul on the hook point. If you're using big flies like Harro does, saltwater clousers, you don't want to use a loop that's going to hang onto it, so you tie it a bit shorter. But as you can see, on this 105mm Pro Lure fishtail, it's got plenty of free movement to do, and that's on 12-pound leader. That's what we use up here on the flathead. When you're using a soft plastic this size, you can get flathead anywhere from legal size, 36 centimetres, up to our 1 metre magical beasts. But you know, like on a lure this big, 12-pound in shallow water, this light line fishing gives you good contact to the fish, and it also gives you a good fight, but you still have a pretty good chance of landing them on 12, because sometimes you go up to 20-pound leader, they won't be around. So that's the loop knot. It gives you a bit more movement than what you'd normally would by tying a knot that goes straight to the jig head. You know, I hope that helps you fishing. I've been PJ, and I hope you get some benefit out of it. Thank you.